Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily Grace with Pastor James. So glad you're joining me today in this episode. Today, we want to look at a topic I've titled The Gifts of Rejection. The gift of rejection. Yes, I know that you'll be saying that, but they are both inconsistent words. Yes, it is paradoxical. Because when you look at gift is supposed to be something that is positive, whereas rejection is something that is negative. But by the time we finish this, you will know that yes, sometimes, most of the time, especially if you are able to handle rejection, it will be a gift in your life. So how can we turn rejection into an opportunity? That's exactly what we are talking about, for growth, for resilience, and of course, for a closer connection to your God and a deeper connection with your faith. Just like I've just said, rejection is often seen as a negative experience, but it can actually be a valuable opportunity for you, for me, for our growth and for our self-discovery. When we face rejection in life, it allows us most of the time to reassess our goals, the goals that we have set for ourselves before. It also allows us to learn from our mistakes. Probably we've made mistakes before, or we have actually made mistake in this instance. So it will allow us to learn from our mistake, and it will allow us as well to develop resilience for the future. Yes, when we talk about rejection, it can push us to explore new paths in our lives. It can make us to discover hidden talents. It can make us to discover hidden passions for our lives, which we did not see before now. So while rejection can bite in the first place, where it can stink in the first instance, it can ultimately lead you, it can ultimately lead me to greater success and fulfillment. But the thing there is, turning rejection into an opportunity can be challenging. Of course, it can be very, very challenging. But then, if you look at it, it can also be a transformative journey for you if you handle it very well. So how then do you turn this challenge that we're talking about in terms of rejection to transformation in your life? There are certain key steps or strategies that you then need to apply for this to happen. So let's look at those steps or the strategies that can help you navigate this process of from challenge to transformation. The first thing you need to do is to acknowledge and accept your feelings. Now, this is critical. This is important because some of us, when we are rejected, the next thing we say is, oh, it doesn't matter. It's okay. No, you are only suppressing and killing yourself. You need to recognize that feeling. Begin by recognizing and accepting your emotions. Rejections often bring feelings of sadness. It brings feelings of disappointment. It brings feelings of anger and inadequacy. And these are legitimate feelings. So you need to recognize them. You need to acknowledge them. It's okay not to be okay. So acknowledge and accept the feelings that you are going through anytime you are rejected. That is the number one step. And then the number two step is self-compassion. Now, when I talk about self-compassion, I'm not talking about self-pity, because most people, what happens is they want to go into pity party. They want to start having pity for themselves. No, but you can have a self-compassion, empathy, consideration, care for yourself. These are the things that we are talking about. Practice self-compassion by training yourself with the same kindness, with the same understanding that you would treat a friend that has just been rejected. The same thing that you're meant to do for yourself. Remember that everybody, without exception, experiences rejection at some point in our lives. I cannot tell you how many rejections I've faced. And so also other people, not just you. It is a universal thing. Rejection will always come, but you then need to know how to handle it. The third thing is seek support. There are certain times that we find it extremely difficult to handle rejection on our own. So you want to seek support. Reach out for trusted friends, and I mean trusted friends, trusted family members. Reach out to a support group, probably people who have gone through similar thing that you've gone through. Share experience with these people. Share your feelings with these trusted individuals. And when you do that, it can provide emotional comfort and perspective. Probably some of the things that are weighing you down, when they talk you through their own process, what they went through, that would lift up your spirit. The fourth thing is you want to reflect and learn. Take time out for self-reflection. Take time out to rethink what has actually happened. Ask yourself, what might have caused the rejection? What can you learn from this rejection? Consider whether there is a valid reason for that rejection. Because if there is a valid reason for the rejection and you are able to pinpoint that valid reason, then you can adjust for the future on how to improve so that you don't fall into such rejections again. Learn from what has happened to you. The fifth step is trust in God's plan for your life. God has a wonderful plan for you. God has a wonderful plan for me. He has a wonderful plan for each and every one of us. And that is the same thing He told us in the popular passage, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. It is a plan to prosper you and not to harm you. Plan to give you a hope and a future. What a wonderful promise. You need to lean on your faith. You need to trust God and God's plans for your life. Not what people have done to you, but what is God's plan for your life. Believe that God can use the experience that you are going through right now to guide you towards His purpose for your life. And that is where the transformation starts coming in. That is where that healing and progress start coming into your life. The sixth step is for you to pray and meditate. Pray to your Maker. Pray to God. Engage in prayers and meditation to find solace, to seek guidance. And this is the time actually that you need to draw closer to God, because the word of the Lord tells us in Psalm 34 verse 18, Psalm 34 verse 18, it says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. And this is the situation where you are in now, and that is why you need to be closer to God. Share your struggles and seek God's wisdom and strength through prayers to God, so that He can bring that desired healing that you want for your life. We have just taken 6 steps. By next week, we're going to move on to the part 2 and look at the remaining steps on how we can make rejection to actually be a gift in our lives. If this podcast has benefited you, please do share with others so that they can also benefit from it. The gifts of rejection. Thank you so much for watching once again. My name is Pastor James Egodibe, a pastor RCCG Solid Rock Parish, Derby, 55 Woods Lane, DE 22 3UD. If you are looking for a Bible-believing church, we have wonderful brethren here. They will welcome you with an open arms. And thank you once again. I'll see you in the part 2 of this episode. God bless you.